Hi, I'm Casey, one of the founders of Koi Pond Studio. Today we're going to learn how to do the basket weave stitch. It's a really good stitch for working large areas because it helps prevent warping of your canvas. It does take some time to wrap your head around, but once you've got it, you've got it. So let's get started. We'll start as normal by anchoring our thread. I like using the waist knot method. So with a threaded needle, I'll find the end of my thread and then tie a knot at the end of it. You can either make a normal knot, or I like to do a tailor's knot where I lie my needle over the end of the thread, wrap the thread around the needle 2 or 3 times, pinch it in my right hand, and pull the needle through with my left, keeping that wrapped section pinched between my fingers as I pull the thread through, and then you've got a nice knot at the end of your thread. Similar to the continental stitch, you'll be starting in the top right corner. So to place my waist knot, I will insert my needle through the front of the canvas in the direction I'm working, roughly around here, and pull through. The knot will remain on the front side of the canvas. Before we go and do our first stitch, let's have a look at the anatomy of our canvas. You'll see that a typical needlepoint mono canvas has threads that are woven together, where sometimes the intersection has the vertical thread on top, whereas other times the horizontal thread is on top. I've gone ahead and painted the canvas for demonstration purposes where the horizontal lines are blue and the vertical lines are orange. But just know that when you work your actual canvas, this section will be all one color. As we look at our intersection, you'll see that it's surrounded by 4 holes. And similar to a continental stitch, you'll only ever be stitching in the bottom left and top right hole. So let's do our first stitch in the top right corner, coming up through the bottom left hole, and then back down through the top right. This has created a diagonal stitch pointing towards the right, just like our continental stitch. The next thing to know is that basket weave is worked diagonally as opposed to horizontally or vertically. So you'll be working either down a diagonal line or up a diagonal line. So let's try that out. We'll see that our next diagonal line is made up of these vertical intersections. Anytime you're working a diagonal line where the vertical thread is on top, you'll start at the top of the diagonal and work your way down, still coming up through the bottom left hole of the intersection and down through the top right. Then you'll move to the next stitch in that diagonal line, again coming up through the bottom left and down through the top right. Now that we've completed this diagonal line, we'll move to the next one, which is made up of horizontal intersections. So for horizontal intersections, you'll make your way up that diagonal line, still coming up through the bottom left hole and down through the top right. A good mnemonic to remember is if you think of the vertical intersections as poles and the horizontal intersections as steps, you'll always slide down the poles and climb up the steps. So our next diagonal is made up of vertical intersections, or our poles. So we'll go down the poles, still coming up through the bottom left and then coming down through the top right. And then for our next diagonal that is made up of horizontal lines, we'll climb up the steps. At this point, we've stitched up to our waist knot, so let's flip our canvas and have a look at the back side of our work. So looking at the back side of our work, we can see this long tail that leads to our waist knot is fully covered and anchored to the canvas. And you can also see that we're beginning to form this basket pattern on the back side of our canvas. This is very good for the durability of our work, as well as I mentioned, to help prevent warping. Let's flip the canvas back around. So now that our waist knot is secure, we can cut it away. using our snips, and then continue on. Now we're sliding down the poles. In a way, it's easier than continental stitch because you're only ever coming up through the bottom left and down through the top right. So the only thing you really need to remember is to slide down the poles and climb up the steps. And once you get really good at reading your canvas, this makes it very easy to tell which direction you need to continue stitching as you pick up and put down your work. Climbing up the steps now. Once you're done, you'll need to secure your thread, so let's flip back to the back side of our work. When securing your thread in basket weave, you'll want to insert your needle either horizontally or vertically through your stitches, not diagonally. This is again just to prevent warping of your canvas. So I'll go horizontally this way. Under 2 or 3 stitches is okay. Then grab your snips and cut close to the canvas. And there you have the basket weave stitch. So you'll see that it looks exactly the same as a continental stitch where all the stitches are diagonally slanted to the right. The only difference is the coverage and the way the thread wraps around the back side of your canvas. When starting a new thread, rather than using the waist knot method, we can now anchor our thread under existing stitches by sliding our needle under 2 to 3 stitches, either horizontally or vertically. You don't want to do diagonally because, again, you just don't want to warp your canvas this way. To make it extra secure, you can run your needle back through 1 stitch and pull, and then that should be nice and secure. Now you can flip your canvas back over and continue stitching. Let's have a look at how you would use basket weave on an actual canvas. Let's start with this tooth right here. I like lying my needle across the canvas to identify the first diagonal line to work. That leads me to this stitch right here. So I'll insert my waist knot and do my first stitch. As I move to the next diagonal line, I'll see that these are the vertical poles. So I'll start at the top and work my way down. You may have to jump a couple stitches to get there, but as long as it's within a finger's distance, you'll be okay. Now that we're at the end of this diagonal line, we'll move to the next. These are horizontal steps, so we'll climb up our steps now. Coming up through the bottom left and down through the top right. Once you've worked up to your waist knot, you can snip that away. And continue on to the next diagonal line. So we've got vertical poles again. And then you would continue on, so on and so forth. Now you know how to do the basket weave stitch. Happy stitching!